And so today I'm going to be bringing you with me on my quad day. So before any leg day, I do my dynamic stretches, but unfortunately I didn't record that. But here's an example of what I do. This is a footage from a previous exercise. I do like a spinal wave to a lunge. And then I press my knee outward so that I get that hip mobility stretch. And then I do a spinal wave to a lunge side twist. These dynamic stretches take about 10 minutes out of my workout routine. Doing this prevents injury, and it's probably the single most important thing you can do in your exercise routine. So now I'm doing some side lunges to a hamstring stretch. And while doing these exercises, I usually just focus on my joints, strengthening my joints and moving in a very slow, intentional pace. So you're literally having a conversation with your body and getting it ready for some really intense workout. And then I like to incorporate a banded exercise just so that I can target the muscle group that I'll be working out for the day. This is the banded terminal knee extension exercise. Now what I want to do with this workout is strengthen and activate the muscles in front of my thighs. Now I love this workout because not only do I get that mind to muscle connection, I also get to lubricate and strengthen my knees. And I'm going to tell you why that's important in a second. If you want to build muscles at the gym, compound exercises are your bread and butter. Because they work multiple muscle groups at the same time, you need to get your joints lubricated enough to endure that kind of intensity. And then I do calf raises before any compound moves on a leg day, just so that I could improve ankle stability and overall balance. And then I'm going to superset the calf raises with regular squats. If you don't know what a superset is doing 2 or more exercises back to back with minimal rest in between. So it's going to be 3 supersets with the calf raises and the squats. I'm going to increase the reps for each exercise in each superset. So the first rep is going to be 15 for set 1, 20 for set 2, and 25 for set 3 for each exercise. Now on to the first compound exercise, the dreaded barbell squats. Now I use the word dreaded because when I was a beginner lifting weights, I messed up my knees doing barbell squats. And that's because of 2 things. One, I was ego lifting heavier weights than I needed to without the correct form because I wanted to be a TikTok gym girly, and I wasn't doing any dynamic stretches. And that's how I ended up with grandma knees. When I tell you, I literally couldn't bend to pick up something without holding on to a wall or a chair. So don't be like me, y'all. Do your stretches before any exercise. And so rather than ego lifting, I decided to use lighter weights and focus on my form. I'm gonna do 3 sets, and I'm gonna increase the reps with each set. For the first set, I did 20 reps. For the second set, I did 25. And for the third set, I tried to go to failure. And look at that pump. I'm clearly happy, y'all. So for these barbell squats, I'm doing very slow and controlled movements so that I hit as many muscle groups as possible. And also with any compound movements, always activate your core. When you activate that core, you generate power to really drive up that weight. So after a compound move, I like to move on to a unilateral exercise. A unilateral exercise involves using one side to perform a movement. It prevents you from overtraining or overcompensating for your dominant side. So I'm right dominant, and that means that my right leg usually does the overcompensating for both legs. Sometimes I do Bulgarian split squats, but today I decided to do a single leg hack squats so that I could really focus on that quad muscle. So I'm gonna do slow and controlled movements so that I can maintain that time under tension and really grow that quad muscle. For these hack squats, I'm gonna do 3 sets with 6 to 8 reps for each leg. I'm just contemplating life right now, guys, and just thinking to myself why I ever did this. And also with these hack squats, make sure to not lock your knees as you're going up. You want to keep a slight bend in your knee so that you don't injure yourself and so that you get that mind to muscle connection. Okay, now we're done with this disgusting exercise. We can now move on to our second compound movement, the leg press. I'm gonna say a little prayer for these quads because she's gonna get demolished in a second. This is the last workout of the day, so we're gonna go ham. We're gonna superset this leg press with squat jumps.
She not talking to me like...
Listen, I know I sound crazy, but if you want to grow muscles, you need to incorporate explosive movements. Explosive movements increase muscle fiber recruitment, and the more fibers you can exhaust while training, the more muscle you increase. So for each set, I'm gonna do as much reps as possible. So I'm gonna do 3 sets of each exercise. 3 sets for the leg press and 3 sets for the jump squats. And it's a superset, so there's no rest in between. Sorry. Okay, now we're gonna go on to the jump squats. Immediately after those leg presses, I know. When I do these, I like to pretend like I'm gonna smash my head through the ceiling and fly off like a superhero. So I did about 6 to 8 reps of jumping squats and I took a freaking break. This is my second set and I added a few more weights. And just like the first set, I'm doing as many reps as possible. And then I'm gonna superset with jump squats and do 6 to 8 reps of the jump squats. With the jump squats, I'm decelerating down and accelerating up. Child, just look at my face. Now for the third and the final set. For this set, I could only hit about 10 reps, which makes a lot of sense because, I tortured myself in the last 2 sets. Now, last but not the least, our last jumping squats. Remember to focus on that mind to muscle connection and explode as high as you can. Okay guys, that's the end of this full quad workout. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and let me know what else you'd like to see on this channel. Bye bye.